Hi, my name is Janis. I'm from Germany. I love Edison Format. I built this deck myself. I know other people have come up with similar concepts, but yeah, I've been on this journey all on my own. And in my last video, I've explained in detail how I came up with all the ideas and explained the whole deck list. Cool stuff, cool synergies. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And now, as promised, I wanted to show you some replays. Quick note, I've changed up the side deck just a little bit. I think new, we are on 2 Proof of Powerless, Prohibition, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror and Light Imprisoning Mirror, as I said. Not quite sold on these 2 yet. I have to do more testing. Prohibition seems really good though. But I would like to have another Ancient Gear Beast in the side, so yeah, probably one of these cards. Newly added still has to go back out. So let's have a look at some replays. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 replays. So let's go over them quickly and let's see how good the deck actually is or not. Let's find out. Okay, here we opened. Let's have a look. What did we open? We opened a Perfect Machine King, which we can pitch to Machina Fortress. We also have Breaker, which could pop the Geartown. So yeah, a lot of options. Mirror Force, Forbidden Chalice, good to back up these plays. So this is a pretty good hand, I would say. Let's see. So we immediately special summon Machina Fortress. Whenever I go first, I usually do this because I don't want my opponent to be able to set a bottomless. I mean, we would have had Breaker, so maybe holding back on the Fortress would be an option, but then again, if they clear the Fortress, we can still use the Breaker to pop the Geartown, so let's have a look. Okay, we draw another Geartown. They set a Dandelion, which we don't know yet. And I believe here I immediately go for game, because, let's have a look. Yeah, right. We set one Geartown over the next, get one of the Gear Dragons, and now we go for the Breaker pop, because my idea is if this is a Hamster or a Raikou, we can just go for Forbidden Chalice and deny them. And yeah, then let's see. Pop the Geartown. How much damage is this? If we attack with the Fortress, this would be 7,600 damage. So yeah, putting them in a range where they can't even brain control us no more. If we go for the more risky play and attack with the Breaker, we would OTK them, but I think I was afraid of, how's it called, of Hamster, so I'll probably, no, I risk it. I attack with the Breaker. Fortunately for them, they have the only card that could save them in this situation, a Dandelion. And here I think, here I made a ruling mistake, or I learned something about the Forbidden Chalice. I wanted to use it on Dandelion, and our opponent, kudos to them, really fair guy, or maybe it was a bit unfair for me, because I asked them if I can take it back once I realized that Dandy would still activate, and he allowed me to do so. I always do this kind of stuff to I offer it to my opponents as well, so that's why I didn't felt so bad asking here. But let's see. So yeah, we clear the tokens, we get one in. Do they drop a Gauss on us? No, they don't. They don't have a Gauss, so they upstart Goblin, go for Debris, and yeah, okay, now we got heavily punished for our overextending. Like, I risked it. I took the risk. I took a shot at the game, and yeah, that's one thing that Quick Draw can do to punish. So let's have a look. Yeah, clear the board. And they don't have a follow-up. And we draw a Force, so we get back our Machina Fortress and we're back in play. They draw 2 with Cyber Valley. And yeah, now with Foolish and Quick Draw, they get going. So let's have a look. They establish a Duel Warrior, use the effect to attack us directly, and Now what do they pitch? They pitch a Quillbolt Hedgehog, so yeah, they are on a kind of funny build with stuff that comes back from the graveyard. Let's see, so we drew a Mausoleum, which doesn't do too much here. And I believe we will utilize the Forbidden Shadows to catch the Drill Warrior. The Drill Warrior then can attack over our fortress, but I just want to stop the Drill Warrior. Could have used the Mirror Force as well and see if they would have attacked, but yeah, I felt a little bit more confident with the Shadows because it is chainable. Let's see. Tuning Barrier gets pitched here. And now we use the Forbidden Chalice. Our opponent, he gets a bit confused how much attack this guy should have. So I tell him 2800. And they go for a Junk Synchron play here. So yeah, really full deck they have. It's not just a regular Quick Draw deck. Regular Quick Draw, let's be real, probably the better deck. But this deck, it has some stuff, like getting the Quillbolt here as well. And now they go into Briar Neck. And I don't know if that is the right play, because they use up all the resources. Okay, good for them. They can target the fortress without losing a card from their hand. And now they just go in, attack us with bows. So yeah, let's see what we draw here. Light and Darkness Dragon. Okay, this is interesting as well, because we have the option, we can go for the fortress, but we can go for the Light and Darkness, and I believe I will go for the Light and Darkness Dragon because it deals with anything they can draw, and then it will, yeah, get back from grave. Yeah, one of these guys. We can also, yeah, now we kill this one. And now they use the effect, yeah, to get one negate, lower the attack, and crash into it. Do they crash? Yeah, they crash. So yeah, and from our turn 1 overextension, where we tried to kill them, we came all the way back, and now we are kinda in full control over the game. This is our game to lose. We are on 700 life points still. So, but yeah, we draw another perfect Machine King, I think. Yeah, it started with one, it ended with another. Get a fortress into play, and just this game. Alright. Let's move on to the next game. Next game, what our opponent goes first. Let's have a look at our hand. We have the Fortress Gearframe combo, which will get us another fortress. Then we can pitch one for another. Also, we have a Skill Drain, really, really good card. One of the main selling points of this deck for me. Yeah, so let's see our opponent. This time he goes for the Level Eager Prey. Mills a bunch, gets a Raikou. Not that good, because if they want to target Machina Fortress, they have to pay a price. And yeah, we draw a second trade-in, which is dead for now, but we have quite a bunch of level 8, so we will draw into one eventually. So let's have a look. Pitch Fortress to summon Fortress. And now yeah, this is kind of evil, because they have to decide whether they want to pop the Gearframe, like I expected them to set the Raikou. Maybe it was a fake out. Like, we know that it's not a fake out, but yeah, in the game I didn't know, but I just went for it. And now if they target the Machina Fortress, we get to see their hand and yeah, discard one of their hand cards. If they don't pop the Gearframe, we get to attack directly. If they have Gauze, yeah, if they have Gauze, they have Gauze. Then we can still use this to pop something. So yeah, let's see how this plays out. This is the Raikou. They decide to go for the Gearframe, mill some more, we attack, and we set the Skill Drain, because yeah, why not, such a big card. And here I believe I usually use the Skill Drain before I attack, because you can't activate Skill Drain in the damage step. So once you attack, if you flip up a Raikou or something, you can't go, no way, go for Skill Drain. It is a Dandelion, a bit unfortunate, a card that does work under Skill Drain because the effect activates in the graveyard. They go for Dark World Dealing. Not a card that I like too much because your opponent draws also, you go -1, and yeah, we just get rid of the deck in Skill Drain. Here, they didn't know, like they wanted to use the effect, but it doesn't banish for cost, so they can't do this. And I offer them to take it back, like they did something for me game 1, I offer game 2, but they decide to keep it because the effect when it gets attacked still gets activated. Now we go for trade in, and I believe, yeah, I go for the Light and Darkness Dragon here because this one can be used to revive the fortress. Draw another fortress, I believe we don't use here. Now I pitched the Ancient Gear Golem as well because I just want to get rid of these trade-ins. Maybe draw into another terraforming, and it's fine that we pitch the Gear Golem because here's our another level 8 that we can later pitch for fortress. We could summon another fortress here as well, but I don't really like this because if they have brain control, that can be really awkward. Let's move on. Okay. We just set one. We got another trade in. We trade to draw even more. There's the next machine to revive the fortress once it gets destroyed. And yeah, but we don't got another terraforming or Geartown, so no extension on that side. Yeah. Okay, now we have the second field spell, and if you look at the card advantage, it's 5 real cards, 6 if you want to count this against 9. Should 9? Yeah. 6, 7, 9, yes. So yeah, now we go a bit more aggressive and decide to run over the token because we would also have to discard one. So I'm a bit surprised. Yeah, no, right. And we set a Book of Moon. I think this was the reason to go for the next fortress, because now if they have BrainCon, we can use the Book of Moon to deny them the BrainCon. They just go Cyber Valley, and yeah, that's it. So I think we just go for game here, right? Because we have Book of Moon to get rid of the Cyber Valley in sense, and yeah. Right, so we can do this. And this is 5,500. I think I will just attack with this, and then even if they have Gauss, we can still use Mystical Space Typhoon in our battle phase. I think this is what I would do in hindsight, or right now, and I believe I probably will go for the same play here in the replay, as you can see, and yeah, that's it. We won against this quick draw variant. To the next replay we go, and as you can see here, we're up against fairies. I think it was Valhalla fairies if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, scary matchup for sure, scary deck. Let's see how it plays out. We go first, we want rock, paper, scissors. And yeah, 3 level 8s. It's not ideal. Usually you want to hold on to these mausoleums of the Emperor. But if you have no choice, you have no choice. What can I say? First card I probably summon is the Ancient Gear, I believe, right. I don't go for Light and Darkness immediately because I want to have something engraved to revive this delete. And if they clear the Ancient Gear Dragon this turn, then we can go for lead next turn. So Cyber Valley, that's a bit annoying, and BrainCon, so. And I believe I will just chain the Proof of Powerlessness. Will I? Yeah, I do. So I don't let them banish my Ancient Gear Gajillion Dragon, take a bunch of damage, which isn't ideal because now we have already lost 5k life points. And let's have a look. Is this game? This should be game. Yeah. Because now we can just do this. And now we go for the limiter removal. Then we summon the lead, and the lead will deny them of everything that could still stop this. I hope I don't mess up the sequence. I did mess up the sequence. Okay, that's bad for me. But is this still game? it is still game if they don't have Gauss or anything. Yeah, okay. But I could have made it even extra sure with the limiter removal. Because if they had Gauss or Battle Fader, it would have get deactivated by lead, but lead would have lost attack points, so yeah, it wouldn't be enough. So slight misplay here on our part. But we won anyway, so let's go on. Now our opponent goes first, they Valhalla Thetis, but yeah, let's have a look. Gear frame, +2, targets Revival Fortress. So going over Valhalla should be, over Thetis should be possible. Also we get another Geartown, and let's see if we go for it. Because if this is a bottomless the set card, that can be annoying. So yeah, okay, I just attack. If they have Mirror Force, they have Mirror Force. Then I could still set up a Geartown pop in main phase 2. So let's have a look. What else was happening? Yeah, we can run Oberts, no deep prison here, so that's really nice. And now I will probably equip the gear frame to the fortress, because that way, like, protecting the fortress is nice. Not leaving the gear frame on field to be run over by anything big is also nice. I can live with that. It's game 1 though, so we don't really have floodgates. Yeah, so the Mystical Space Typhoon got the value for our opponent. They could have saved it for a Mausoleum, but then again, they don't know that we'll know that we're playing it. And oh, now I was a bit, yeah, right. They used Freed, and I think they used Freed against the gear frame. No, did they? Then Herald probably against the fortress. I don't know. I didn't pay attention, sorry, but you saw it. My ADHD was kicking in. Yeah, we don't play Gauss. Maybe we could. No, maybe we shouldn't play Gauss with all these field spell cards. Okay, now the Ancient Gear Beast is here, and we will just normal summon the Gear Beast. And we could also special summon Fortress. I don't know if I'm afraid of... Like, if they have Torrential, it would be still a negative card advantage for them, and then we could go terraforming, get another Geartown. So, yeah, I think this was my thought process here. And last turn, they also didn't activate it, so... No, last turn it was the Space Typhoon, so the Shiryu back row. We attack with this one first, because if they have Mirror Force, they can't activate it on this attack. Now we go for this, and yeah, they just let it happen. It was a Mirror Force. But okay, no, they don't let it happen. They yeah, activate the Mirror Force. And yeah, now we castle up and go for another Ancient Gear Golem Dragon in case they draw something big to summon. I believe they don't have anything which gets over this, so I'm feeling pretty confident in my position. Also, this one ignores, like, this is on the field, like a bottomless won't help, a deep prison won't help, so yeah. Let's have a look. They just pass back to me, and I will use this opportunity with them not having any back row to get back the fortress. You could argue that... No, it's fine, it's fine. Like, we don't have to play around Gauss because Valhalla is on the field. So yeah, we are just applying pressure here. Do they have something? They don't, and we got another Gear Beast. And yeah, that's G. So you see, 2 Gear Beast. I was still on Gear Beast this game. And yeah, that's it. Next matchup, let's have a look. Yeah, what did we draw? We drew, okay, this is a brick hand. It is kind of, this is not a total brick because we have 2 terraformings, so we can make 1-geared Gajillion Dragon. But I wanted to see what I draw first, just set a Forbidden Challenge. If it trades with the Space Typhoon or anything like that, that's fair. And yeah, it might, if they want to go for a big play and go for an OTK line or something like that, we have some interaction. We have something to say. So let's play this at it faster. Okay, they have a hamster. Yeah, now we got to more Geartowns, and we also have this one. Now we will see how we can do it with the... Yeah. And so this is, one of the few cards that can interact with the flip effect monster being attacked, because it increases the attack. You can use this in the battle step, in the damage step. And one other thing I wanted to mention, like, we could have OTK'd them, right? No, we couldn't. We could have gone for one more Gear Gajillion Dragon, but even with limited removal, it wouldn't have been game. So I decided to not overcommit, because if they have Braincon, they can clear both with just a Braincon. And also, so we have some backup. If they get rid of this, we can go for the next one. Also, I don't want it to win my deck of another level 8, because I rather draw the Gear Gajillion Dragon, pitch it to trade in, and then Geartown can get it back from grave. So, yeah. Let's have a look. What are they doing? Yeah, just setting. So we are in the driver's seat. We don't know what kind of deck they're playing yet, but Hamster, Card Trooper, kinda looks, could be Bayou. To be honest, I don't even know myself no more. I just, a few days ago, I played a couple of games, got all the replays against top tier decks, or kind of top tier decks, like this quick draw variant. Kind of questionable, but yeah, it was a quick draw list after all, and quick draw is a meta deck, so yes, here we are. Okay, we draw the third Traiton, so our drawing in this game was incredibly unlucky, incredibly bad. And we didn't draw any of our level 8s. Like, I think we play 8 or 9 level 8s. I don't even know from the top of my head. Necro Gardener, so yeah, not the best set for them. And okay, this is Amaryllis. Amaryllis is doable. Like, almost every matchup is kind of doable. And okay, here we got a thing, because if this is a fake back row, which it isn't, which I just revealed, we could go for game with limited removal. So let's see, we go for the Fortress. I think this. No, I do. I equip first in case this is a Torrential. And I go for the next one, and let's have a look. Okay, they use that to get rid of these two, because this is kind of sneaky. Gearframe doesn't protect from that kind of effect. And yeah, I'll just go for a game. Yeah, right. With the limiter removal. And okay, yeah. I forgot again. I forgot in-game. Punished by my ADHD again. They had Netco Gärtner, so yeah. What can I say? Except you're welcome to my opponent. Yeah. Free donation. Even right in the chat. Damn, I forgot. Yeah. I'm my own worst enemy, and I think from here... yeah, right. Okay, now, okay, yeah, my opponent, he's kind of nice, because he says, and that's kind of true, that Necro Gardener gets activated before the damage step, and limiter removal gets activated in the damage step. So from the sequencing, I wouldn't have used the limiter removal. So yeah, really nice of our opponent to point that out. I hadn't specified when I used the limiter removal. I was just kind of assuming I'll do it in the damage step, because why not? That's where you should always activate this card. So yeah, really nice of our opponent and a really power play, because now you will just clear our board with a black rose. And let's have a look how this match is going. Yeah, right, we get it back because we had a Geartown set. We can get back one of the Gear Dragons, so he still has to clear this. Now we got an Amaryllis. And finally we got an level 8, which we can pitch. We could have used this to summon this guy, the Fortress as well, but yeah, I wanted to get rid of these trade-ins. And yeah, Heavy Storm, that's pretty good. And our opponent surrenders because, yeah, too much pressure. I think was that game, were they low enough? They probably were, right? Okay. Next game. It's a big jack on this water. Against Light Swans. Okay, they go first and 6. No, we did. Okay, we went first and we didn't have anything for them, but now we got a Mausoleum, and I think I'll probably go for the Gear Beast, do I? Yes, to save some life points. And these ones can get pitched for the Fortress once we draw them. Okay, after my Jack of Water, I got completely lost. It's not a good day for my ADHD. I'm really unfocused. Obviously, we're still in the Amaryllis match, and this is not Light Swan. I don't even know if I have a Light Swan replay. Yeah, forget everything I said. I can live with this Cyber Dragon because means let's get wasted on just this guy. But then again, we are under a lot of pressure. Our life points dropped kind of low, and this is Amaryllis, so yeah, they can just burn the last points. And I even have to use this again. Like, I could have said Geartown, then used Heavy Storm, but that would mean we would have to use this one early. So yeah, I was against that. Because I said, if they have Amaryllis, I have Transmigration Prophecy. So yeah, we go for this play. And let's move on. What are they doing? They are trading in. It's our turn. And I wonder if I would have... Okay, if I would have set Geartown, Heavy Storm, and then also went for this guy. If I could have won, but I think we saw in the hand that we saw. Was this in graveyard? Yeah. I could have totally won right here, right? If this is nothing Shane... Okay, it was a Shaneable, so it wouldn't have worked out. But nonetheless, this would have been a good aggressive play. Only thing is we would have to use our Transmigration Prophecy here. But yeah, they had a Shaneable, and now they use it in our end phase to get rid of the back row, and yeah, just get rid of these two cards. I don't really want to draw this guy. So let's see. I think they have something to kill us this turn. They don't. Then I don't really get why they went for the Phoenix Wing Blast. So they given us another chance at life. Zombie World. And I think this is what I do now, right? I establish the Zombie World. Do I? Get rid of their back row? I could have went for Breaker as well. I don't know. In my opinion, I haven't played this aggressive enough. Like, the Breaker would have changed anything? Maybe. Because now they are left with the Dandy Totem. They didn't even activate Zombie World. I don't know. I disagree with some of the plays I made here. Yeah, that's okay. They could have blown up the board anyway with the... Yeah, so maybe it wasn't even that bad. And yeah, so now we still have the zombie world. I misclicked here, and now they build for Amaryllis, and kinda harsh. Yeah, we can use this to secure our Machina Fortress comes down safely. And yeah, we just run over the Amaryllis because otherwise it would attack us. We drop really, really low. And now I use the zombie world, which prevents the Amaryllis from coming back, but let's see what it drew. Okay, there. Yeah, that's just game, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so we lose our match against Amaryllis. No, the second game, third game. And let's speed this up a little bit, because I don't want this video to go forever, and I also want to show the others matches, and we does shoot them. Get rid of a Lila, now we attack the hamster, which is okay, I guess. Lila, they get rid of the gear frame, now they get rid of Fortress, now we get rid of another card from their hand. And yeah, we're kind of in a scrappy situation here. I used the breaker to pop the Geartown because there was no other target anyway, and want to establish pressure. Now they go for Catester. I should have set the Mirror Frost. Kinda a mistake in hindsight. Now we set the Mirror Force, use it to get rid of Pesky Pester, but yeah, they just lone fire us. And that's kind of fine with us, but here's a mistake I did when siding. I think if you go for Zombie World, you should side out one Mausoleum, because I don't like having too many field spells that are not Geartown. So yeah, this is something I learned from this match specifically. Prohibition, really nice card. We can call Amaryllis. And we probably... do we call Amaryllis? Let's have a look. We get rid of these two. Like... okay, we don't get rid of these two. I forgot about Necrogardener and Hokund has Lightning Vortex. And do they have the Emerald Wizard's Engrave? They don't. So I think this is the reason. Okay, now we get this guy. And don't go for Prohibition because, yeah, this will blow up the board in a second. But we can get back for the Ancient here. But they had another Cyber Dragon, and yeah, this is GG. Love says, but he stick a low for it. Yeah, a pretty rough game. We got Cyber Dragon in the end. They had the Lightning Vortex in a really good moment. Yeah, what can I say? I made some mistakes. I could have played this better. Maybe I could have won, but I didn't. So here we are. Next match. Let's have a look at the starting hand. Okay, yeah. Gear frame, Gothic Fortress, gets the Machine King pitched, and we have a backup to summon this. So yeah, let's see. Our opponents, they are on is it Belly Dead? Should be Belly Dead. We clear the back row first. It was a Mirror Force, so now we summon this one really scummy to attack them with everything. Don't know why I attacked with Yeppen first. That was a mistake in hindsight. Yeah, I don't know. I used this because I thought they are going to run this over anyway, then I take less damage. And that was the only reason to book this, because yeah, book got hit with the Space Typhoon. Now we go for this, but here's Bottomless. And we are in a bright spot. Can we draw something to make a comeback? The fortress was banished, right? So yeah, we didn't. We just have to surrender here and see if we can claw back game 2. We drew a little bit better here, I believe. Like the first starting hand wasn't half bad either. And maybe let's go back to this tempo and just talk a little less. Yeah, what do we have? We have a Torrential, we have a Transmigration. Here we just attack because there's no need to commit anything to a board when they could have Torrential or... I don't know. I just attack because they can't chain anything to the attacks either. So as long as they don't have a chainable, they can, yeah, still have to deal with this. Opponent did not go minus either with Goblin Zombie. Go for a Grapher here, and do they have Militia? No, they sent the Necrogunner. Yeah, and we just get rid immediately. In hindsight, that was a mistake. I should have let them use the effect of the Plague Spreader as well, first as well. So yeah, I don't know, some misplays that you don't catch in the heat of the moment. Never claim to be the best duelist. I have too much ADHD for that, but I think this deck I've come up with is pretty good. So let's see. Dark. Here this was the dark. It was the dead. 3 darks in grave. I should have checked. I didn't. I should have, I don't know, Book of Moon, Torrential, anything. So yeah, now they will just dead us. We have 3 back rows, so that's scary as well. And we can establish like 2 Gear Golem drainers. We can go for 1 and pop 1 back row. We have a Book of Moon. But yeah, this is still scary with all the back row. So I'll decide, what do I do? I'll decide to go for this one first. You let it through. I pop a back row. And you hit a bottom. Bottomless. Now we go for the 2 Geartowns. So we get to one of these guys. And let's see, they don't have anything to stop it, so good that we hit the bottomless. And do it. I think I don't even attack with this. I do. Oh, yeah, like I said. Right now I disagree with this play, and I said so without knowing that they have a mirror force set, but if you have a Gear Golem Dragon, just attack with that, and then you're safe from Mirror Force and stuff like this. So I could have folded, but fortunately we still have gas left. We can pitch Fortress to Fortress, summon back one of Fortresses, and now they don't have Mirror Force, I know for sure. You can just do this. They wanted the Prison, but I think I use Goblin to save the Fortress. We have a Torrential set, which is not ideal right now. Gets Space Dead Gaunt anyway. Now they go for Book of Life. What do they banish? They banished the Gear Golem Dragon. Don't know why. Banished this one. And this was a really big mistake on our opponent's part. He should have banished this one. Because yeah, the effect can only activate when it fades up. So really disagree with this play, so now we get to pop it. We get to the Mausoleum, pop the last Geartown, get a Gear Golem Dragon, continue our pressure. I think he set this. And yeah, okay, yeah. The Imperial Iron Wall kinda made sure that they can't go for the Neko Gardener play, so here we are, gate 3. Our opponent, they just set their whole back row, and what are we going to do? We're going for a Fortress. You have to be defrozen, but we have a Book of Moon again. So we just do this again. This time they don't have a Deep Prison, but they have a Goblin Zombie. Go for the Search. Set a monster. We'll just attack again. It's another Goblin Zombie. Now they have a Plague Spreader. They go for Book of Life. I don't know, they should really try to use the Book of Life to bonus the Fortresses. I don't know why they are benching Gear Golem Dragons. They have a Torrential as well. Yeah, but we have another access to another Geartown, so another Gear Golem Dragon is coming down. They pitch, go for a Synthro, go for Bryoneck, pitch, get it back to our hands. Now they go for Malicious, the special summon deck this guy, and I think next turn I make a misplay because there was no reason to do this with the Space Typhoon. But here we are. Some extra damage though, right? So yeah. Now, okay. The Allure I chained the Imperial Iron Wall. And what they didn't know, like this was a total fake out and they fall for it, because if you activate a lure and then Imperial Iron Wall gets chained, you don't have to banish anything for your hand, but you have to reveal. If you can't reveal a target, then you have to discard your hand, but you can still draw. So yeah, this was kind of exploiting our opponent for not knowing the rules well enough. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, now what can they do? What can they do? They can go for a power well and then do this, but yeah, don't even know why. Yeah, okay, now we get to the fortress. You can use that to pop the Colossal and attack them directly with the breaker, and that should be game. No, it isn't, because they see at Necro Gardener, they pop our Mirror Force, but they don't have anything themselves. I just attack here. Okay, now I attack this. Like, they are hanging on by a thread. We set this because why not? And did it drew anything. But they would have drawn a Cyber Dragon next turn. So yeah, we win 2-1. And to the next replay we go. Let's speed this up again. Let's have a look at our starting hand though. Terraforming plus Heavy Storm is always nice, but not this turn. So this turn is kind of annoying because we don't want to commit Breaker until they have a back row. Or yeah, maybe I go for the Terraforming into Breaker pop. Let's not book. We just set a book and wait for them. They use this to sense Malicious Edge, and I don't even remember what kind of deck it was, but I think it was scary. Geartown into Geartown, there's Jägerjillion Dragon, but they had this, and now we use this to pop our own next Geartown. That's the next Jägerjillion Dragon. I need some more water. Yeah, Big Piece Golem, like a really funny deck they're playing, and it is surprisingly effective. Like, this deck is cool. But yeah, we used the Heavy Storm to clear the back row, and then the pressure was too much. They couldn't withstand our big guy special summons. Again, they are doing the stuff with Big Piece Golem, Neo-Spacian Arc Butterfiend. I think it didn't power the target, so yeah, that's that. We establish a double fortress board, and I don't know, do I use Gear Frame? Yeah, I use it here. Like this, one quick note, this can be really scary, because if our opponent, like if they have an empty board and you end on something like this, and they have Braincon, they steal this one, attack, then this one gets popped. This one on their side doesn't, because the gear frame gets popped. This one activates the effect. You have to select your own gear, your own fortress. The fortress effect gets activated. They rip a card from your hand. And yeah, so you end up, I think it's like a -3 from like... Yeah, they get rid of 3 cards from your field and 1 card from their hand with single Braincon. So leaving this up against an empty board, really, really scary. If they have Braincon, you kind of lose immediately. So, but here they use the Kaias to get to rip 1 card from their hand. The other was Malicious Edge, so we're finally dead. Use the pop to save some light points. You have a skill drain set. And now we use the Mouse Leon to, I think, go for the Gear Golem. And yeah, we pitched another card for Fortress and they just surrender. And I don't even know, like, did I just attack this one? Because we could attack this and then we use the pop. No, that doesn't work out. Never mind. Okay, they just surrendered for... Yeah, because they were too much behind with just this card, and we have a big established board. We also have skill drain, so fair enough. 3 more replays to go over. We started again. I'm really good at rock, paper, scissors, I gotta say. But our hand, it's okay. Like, we have a Geartown, we have another one. We can go for a Gear Beast, back it up with Book of Moon. So let's have a look. This is exactly what we do. Gale, pretty annoying. We use the Book of Moon. Yeah, I used the Book of Moon in those. Now we get another Geartown. And do we go for the big play with Mausoleum? We do. Yeah, we just do. And is this just game, or do we have Gauss? Let's see. Gauss, Battle Fader. Okay. But they defeat anyway, so. Yeah, not defeated, they surrendered. Forfeited. Okay, yeah, this deck was cool. With Norelias. And let's see what they can do. We pop our own Geartown, go aggressive again, because I don't want them to get to the Norelias ever. So I just aggressively attack here. Set the Forbidden Shadows, which is also nice against the Phantom of Chaos, but now our aggressive push gets punished immediately with the Cyber Dragon. So yeah, and I don't know. Even in hindsight, I believe, like, the play didn't work out, but I think it was still the correct play to make an aggressive push here. And we have Forbidden Shadows for this, at least. We'll reset it to 0 attack and it gains 400, so yeah, that's that. So let's see. Yeah, Blackwing, Sirocco, kind of rough spot. We can go for the special summon of Fortress. Maybe I should have summoned it with Mausoleum, and then we could have still brought it back once it gets destroyed. So yeah, I don't know. And they have the second Cyber Dragon, so like I said, if I would have special summoned it with Mausoleum, that would have been better, because yeah, then we would have 2 pops here. Yeah. What can I say? Our opponent, he writes for this stupid card, Fortress. I assumed he meant my Fortress, but he meant his Fusion's Fortress. But yeah, both are kind of stupid, aren't they? Let's have a look. Breaker, hit over the card trooper. And we have a Forbidden Chalice, so whenever we attack something, I use this here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now they backed up their Phantom play. And, well, okay, they just go for GK. Okay, yeah, really, really cool, big push. So, showing that this, like, the Phantom of Chaos, just copying the Grapha and setting up all this. Like, Phantom of Chaos, I had this in my underrated card list, and you see here why. Because you don't, like, you can just play a bio deck at like 1 or 2 Phantom of Chaos, like 2 Phantom of Chaos maybe, and then add 1 Norelias, and then just play it as a regular bio deck. And you see how strong this can be. Like, Phantom of Chaos, if you have Dark Armed Engrave, Phantom of Chaos is fantastic as well. If you have Gale, it can be useful as well. Grapha, it can just be a Grapha. It can be whatever it wants to be. So yeah, Phantom of Chaos, underrated card in my opinion. So yeah, SCG, this is just game. So yeah, really good stuff from our opponent. Love this deck. And on to the next replay. Let's see, did we start? No, we lost rock, paper, scissors. So we take our hands. Breaker, which is just fine, that it trades with the bottomless. What do they protect? They protect the space 13. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's using the bottomless here is probably the right play. Terraforming. So we can go for. Do we go for a big push? I don't think that I summon the lead just yet, because I want something in the. Oh wait, 3,000, 6,000. Yeah, I think 2 Ancient Gear Golem dragons plus Light and Darkness dragons should be game. So, but we can't do this because we normal summon the breaker. Let's not forget this. So we can just go for this. And yeah, we do some big damage here. Maybe one would have been better. Now they set all their back row. Now I'm not going for the Mausoleum because they have 2 Shaneables. Yeah, that would be the end of us because the Light and Darkness would blow up our board. Bingo Prokop, Hanse, Jacob this. Use the effects. Yeah, okay, now they get 4 Gothams. Gothams bigger than Ancient Gear Golem, one of the few monsters, beating the threshold. You could do. Here we go. Okay, we use this to get rid of it. Now we pay. Okay, that's interesting. We crash here. Okay, yeah, because now we end on an empty board, and whenever this gets popped, yeah, we can get back one of these guys. So, and now I can eat this for this. Yeah, that's just game because they only have 1 chainable. Yeah, Light and Darkness Dragon. Really, really strong card, especially in this deck. And they just left. Was this just the first game? Did it leave after the first? Seems like it. Light and Darkness Dragon was too much for them. Okay, let's move on. Maybe wait, let me adjust the green screen. Like if it gets darker, I just see that the green screen is fading a bit. I'm still new with that. Where do I don't even know where is this here? Filter, green screen. Okay. I think this should... No, this is not better. Now I'm on ghost mode. Okay. Give me a second to fix this. Green screen, let's do... I don't know. Is this better? Okay, I think this is fair. It's still a bit... It's not perfectly working, but... We have to take this. Trade in to draw a bunch to get these sweet terraforming Geartown setups, our combo pieces together. We set a Book of Moon if they had Heavy Storm. They have Heavy Storm there. Dragon Turbo is a really annoying matchup. And I really don't like the card structure. I really wanted to keep these cards because they would have been a really good setup. And they will just go for all the stuff. Red mat, double red mats, get a blue eyes. Blue eyes is annoying. This one doesn't matter to us. It kind of does it. Yeah, we don't special summon this guy anyway, so it doesn't matter. And now they draw. They draw even more, so yeah, really, really tough spot. I doubt that we can come back from this, but let's have a look. We use this to get a force to special summon back the fortress. A crippled. And now what are we going to do? The Geartown, yeah, we'll set the Geartown, say if they Heavy Storm, we at least can punch them with that. We also have Imperial Iron Wall, which can help, but they have a giant Trunade, so... Which they just got back this match with Stern Accelerate, so they're perfectly safe and just kill us. Game 2, we brought in a Skill Drain, so let's see if the Skill Drain can do anything. Fortress trades with Mirrorforce, which is fine. We have 2 terraformings to get 2 gear challenge. Now we have 3 healed spell cards, and we just go. Do we go Akbar on them? We should have went Akbar, but they have Tragodia with a lot of cards, and they can even steal. But we have Skill Drain, so Skill Drain is doing its job. And here we even get the Machine King out. So this time we sack them. Game 3, who can sack whom? They start... No, why do I be first? Why did they let me go first? Probably because they wanted to kill me. I don't know. No, they just passed their first turn, right? That's what happened. Yeah, they steal again. Like Tragodia, really good. Aiming these dragon type back. Maybe we should consider Tragodia ourselves to steal back the dragons from them. Yeah, we use Mausoleum here. They have a Torrential, but we just pitched the Ancient Gear Dragon to get the fortress back. Now we hit running them down this fortress, but they have a lot of cards in hand, but they seem to be rigged. And now we use the... Even though we had a lot of back row, we use it to special summon the Gigajillion Dragon, and we win the last match. So, how did the duels go? We won against the quick draw variant. We won against the Valhalla deck. Is this the one we lost? Yeah, we lost against Amaryllis. We won against this Talidat. Then we also won against whatever this deck was. Then we lost against this Phantom of Chaos Vio Turbo. We won against X-Sabers. And we also won against Dragon Turbo. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good showing. So video is long enough. We stay under 1 hour. If you liked the video, leave a like. And also I'm going to showcase even more cool decks in the future. So if you're interested in that, so consider subscribing and see you in the next video. Bye.